What are the effects of a high-fat ketogenic diet on your cholesterol levels? We're going to share some of my results in this video. Hi, I'm Dr. Keith. I'm a chiropractor in private practice for the past 26 years.
And I'm Dr. Becky. I'm a college instructor of the science of nutrition, and you are watching Two Fit Docs, where we turn weight loss resistance into weight loss results. And we do that by following Keith as he has been rapidly losing weight over the past 26 weeks, right? And if you follow along with our channel, you know that at the beginning of each video, we share his progress weight loss wise with you at the beginning. So why don't you go ahead and share what you've lost this week and your total.
So from last week to this week, I've lost 1.8 pounds. My total loss is 58.6 pounds.
And that is really been a rapid weight loss, which will actually tie into our conversation as we go through this video on ketogenic diets and cholesterol. But you know, that is in just over 6 months, basically. You've gone from right around 240 pounds to now you are under 180 pounds. Right. That is a rapid weight loss. And so at that 6-month mark, what we wanted to do was make sure that, you know, you're not just losing weight. We wanted to make sure that you're healing on the inside because you had quite a few metabolic issues going on when we started. And so we did your blood work. We started reporting on that last week, and one thing was that you had some terrific numbers. Your triglycerides were down, your HDLs were up. One thing that was a little bit of a surprise to us was your cholesterol. So why don't you talk about your total cholesterol and LDL cholesterol?
Right. So, and we also did a video about my C-reactive protein, an inflammatory marker that came way down. So we had a lot of positives, but we also had some question marks. So my cholesterol has been on kind of an upward trend the last 5 or 6 years. And I was really looking forward to getting this test because I've seen a lot of things, a lot of other people who have shared their results after being on a ketogenic diet, and their cholesterol numbers just they drop through the floor. Everything's great. So I get my test back, and although I should focus on like the really good things, my cholesterol number is still high. Right? And my LDL number, which is supposed to be the bad cholesterol, is still high. So, you know, we really needed to do a lot more research on that and find out what was going on. I mean, I did have some good results, so that was a good takeaway from that. But we needed to do a little bit more with LDL. So even though I don't like needles, a week later I did another blood test, and we did a more advanced LDL test. It's called an NMR Lipid Profile, where they look real specifically what's going on with LDL. Because we were always taught that LDLs were bad. But they have a way now of looking at how that breaks down, because there are, and you can go over this a little bit, with different particle sizes of LDL.
Yeah. So this NMR Lipid Profile, if you are on a ketogenic diet and you're finding that your cholesterol is not coming down, this would be a good test for you to get done. And you just got it routinely done at your lab. It's not a major undertaking or cost, really, to get this done.
You give blood. You
have to give blood, and that's can certainly be uncomfortable. But the purpose of this is to look at the particle size of your LDL. So years ago, we didn't know that LDLs there were different sizes of LDL particles. So some are these small, dense ones, and these small, dense ones, they can get into the linings of our arteries and cause more of that plaquing. You also have big, fluffy LDL particles, which really don't seem to be that harmful. When you did your NMR test, which ones did you end up with?
I ended up with what they call pattern A LDL. You can look that up on the internet. It's predominantly, my particles are mostly the large, buoyant, fluffy, the good ones. And the smaller portion of my particle fraction is the small, dense ones, which are the bad ones. So pattern A is in a very reduced risk of cardiovascular disease. So that's a good thing. Now, I do have to say, I do have a lot of total particles. So we'll need to talk a little bit about that too.
So the good news is the NMR shows that even though you have these LDL particles, you have the big, fluffy, light ones. So your cardiovascular risk is not as prevalent as we thought right after your initial. But you have a lot of LDL particles. So the thing is that we have to consider with cholesterol going up when you are on a rapid weight loss diet like Keith is, or like you're on a ketogenic, high-fat, low-carb diet, is that you are burning fat rapidly. Okay, so that means that your fat cells, the billions of them in your body, right, are shrinking all day, every day. Well, when they shrink, what exactly is coming out of them? Well, we know the fat's coming out, which is the triglyceride, right? Because that's the part of fat that's energy that gets burned. But what we don't think about is that cholesterol also comes out of those fat cells. So when you are rapidly losing weight, you are releasing cholesterol into your blood. Well, that cholesterol can't get burned, so it has to travel through your blood back to your liver, where it can get, dealt with and excreted. So it's not that uncommon when you're on a diet like a ketogenic diet to see your cholesterol go up. So kind of the takeaway, I guess, for us is that we're not panicking about that total LDL cholesterol,
right,
and we're going to test it later.
Right. So once I reach my goal weight and I'm not burning as much fat, not losing as much weight as rapidly as I have been, we'll repeat the test. I don't know, 3 to 6 months maybe. We'll kind of have to figure out, play that by ear, figure
Whenever
out
you decide that you're brave enough to get your blood taken
It might
again.
take a few months.
Yeah.
But that is the one thing that I think will tell us, once and for all, what's going on.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So, if you're like Keith and you're kind of getting these mixed messages from your blood work, follow along with us. We'll keep you updated and be using him as a guinea pig this whole time to give you some ideas on how to proceed. And if you would like to follow along with what Keith has been doing as far as the changes in his diet, we did put together a starter kit for you. We'll leave some links here on the video. You can download that. It shares the foods that he's added to his diet, the foods he's taken away, how he keeps fiber in his diet, and all those types of things.
All right. And as always, if you want to follow along, with my weight loss, my results, how things are going along, tune in next week, see how much I've lost, see where I'm at.
Yeah.
Hopefully I'm taking up a smaller part of the camera
Yeah,
space. But we'll be back next week, so please tune in.